Japanese sake brewing process. Sake is an alcoholic beverage brewed from rice, koji, yeast, and water. With a history spanning more than 1,000 years, sake is often regarded as Japan's national drink. From a single grain of rice to a drop of sake, every step influences the final flavor and quality. Tiantai invites you to explore the traditional Japanese sake brewing process. The entire production process includes the following 10 steps. Rice polishing, rice washing and soaking, steaming, koji making, yeast starter preparation, fermentation, pressing, filtration, pasteurization, and aging. 1. Rice polishing. The process begins with high-quality sake rice. The outer layers of the rice, which contain proteins, fats, and minerals, are polished away. Only the starch-rich core remains for brewing. 2. Rice washing and soaking. After polishing, the rice is thoroughly washed to remove rice bran and residual particles. The rice is then soaked to absorb the proper amount of water. Soaking time varies depending on the sake style and polishing ratio. Generally, highly polished rice absorbs water more quickly and requires a shorter soaking time. Rice with a lower polishing ratio typically requires a longer soaking period. 3. Steaming. Unlike cooking rice in water, sake rice is steamed using steam. Steam rises from the bottom of the rice steamer and penetrates the rice evenly. Properly steamed rice achieves a firm exterior and a soft interior. Approximately 20% of the steamed rice is used for koji production. The remaining 80% is reserved for fermentation. 4. Koji making. The rice designated for koji production is cooled to the appropriate temperature and inoculated with koji mold. It is then transferred to a dedicated koji room for cultivation. During this stage, temperature and humidity must be carefully controlled while monitoring mold growth. After approximately 36 to 48 hours, the koji mold produces enzymes that convert rice starch into fermentable sugars. 5. Yeast starter preparation. Once the koji is ready, the yeast starter preparation stage begins. Koji rice, steamed rice, water, and yeast are mixed and transferred into a yeast starter tank for cultivation over approximately 10 to 15 days. The purpose of this stage is to propagate a healthy and stable yeast population. This provides the foundation for the main fermentation process. 6. Fermentation. After the yeast starter is completed, the mash is transferred to the main fermentation tank. Over the next 4 days, steamed rice, koji, and water are added in 3 separate stages. This traditional process is known as sandan shikomi. Gradual additions allow the yeast and koji to work effectively while suppressing unwanted microorganisms. Main fermentation typically lasts between 20 and 30 days. 7. Pressing. Once fermentation is complete, the mash is sent to a pressing system. The liquid sake is separated from the solid sake lees to obtain raw sake. 8. Filtration. After settling, some suspended solids naturally precipitate from the sake. The sake is then filtered to improve clarity. Activated carbon filtration may also be used to adjust color and flavor balance when necessary. 9. Pasteurization. To ensure product stability, most sake undergoes pasteurization twice. The first pasteurization is typically performed after filtration. The second is carried out before bottling. Pasteurization temperatures are generally maintained between 140 and 150 degrees Fahrenheit. This process helps suppress microbial activity and maintain product quality during storage. 10. Aging. Pasteurized sake is typically aged for approximately 6 months. Aging allows the flavor profile to become smoother and more harmonious. Before bottling, some sake is diluted with purified water. The alcohol content is adjusted from approximately 18 to 20% ABV to around 14 to 16% ABV. The sake may also be blended to ensure consistent flavor and quality. This is the traditional Japanese sake brewing process. Tiantai Equipment can provide complete sake brewing equipment and turnkey brewery solutions. Welcome to follow Tiantai Equipment.